Hi, this is Larry Asher. I'm the director of SVC in Seattle, and I'd like to give you a little guided tour of our Content Design and UX Writing Certificate program. There are other schools, of course, out there where you can put together a portfolio in content design. But the thing that makes the SVC program different and noteworthy, this is it. These are the experts who teach in this program, at least a few of them, and all of them have somewhere between 7 and 15 years of experience working in this field. So they not only know what they're talking about, they are very well connected, and they can become the resource you'll need most when you start your job search. Again, these are not just people who are working in the field, these are some of the thought leaders. They're writing the books, speaking at the conferences, writing the articles that others look to as a true source of expertise in content design. It's a good time to be looking for a new position and career switch into content design because there's a lot of activity. There are a lot of jobs available. Throughout the U.S., there are nearly 10,000 content design job postings right now. And if you look at this on a single city, and I chose Seattle since it's a place I'm familiar with, here too you see close to 1,000 job postings just in content design. Narrow that down a bit further to jobs that require not as much experience, less than 2 years, more entry-level jobs. And here too you see around 400 job postings available right now. So it's a great time to be thinking of a career pivot, but it's changing. It's changing. And it used to be you could say, well, I've done journalism, or I've been a marketing writer or copywriter, and that was enough. But now you truly need to have a portfolio to vie for these jobs, and that is what SVC can help you put together. So one thing that you'll notice, in addition to those expert instructors, is that we run our classes via Zoom at night and also on a few Saturday mornings. That means you can attend classes when it's convenient for you, and you don't have to give up your current job to apply for that next job. Also, we keep the classes small. There are never more than 16 people in a class. Part of that, of course, is so you can get more attention, but the other part of it is so you can get to know your instructors and they can get to know you, because those instructors will become the core of your job hunting network. Another difference, you will work with real clients. We have a Capstone Class as part of this program, and what that means is we will bring in a for-profit and a non-profit client. Those clients will lay out a problem to you, you'll solve it, and in some cases they take that work and actually make it go live. So you'll leave the program, at least a few of you will, with some published work as part of your portfolio. The course track stretches out over 35 weeks, and what you'll see here in those large squares, those are each representing a 3-hour evening class. So where those squares are stacked on top of each other, that means you're attending class twice a week on those weeks. The smaller squares are workshops held on Saturday mornings, or on rare occasion, a Monday evening. And each of those lasts no more than 3 hours. So the typical workshop format is 2 3-hour segments, back-to-back weeks. I'd love to send you this course track so you can study it in greater detail, and I'll give you my email address at the end of the presentation here so you can, in fact, request it. But the one question that everybody seems to ask is, does this work? And do students actually find jobs? And the answer is, yes, they do. About 70% of our certificate program graduates land jobs in their chosen field within a year of leaving the program. And as you can see, they're not just jobs. These are jobs at truly outstanding organizations with pretty impressive reputations for the design work that they do. A couple of examples here. Ariel Green went through a program at SVC, and during that program she put together a portfolio that had a strong content design focus to it. She landed a job first at Nordstrom.com as a UX writer, and now is at Facebook as a content designer. And speaking of Facebook, that is where Nikki St. Cyr works as a content designer. She too put her portfolio together with a UX content and UX writing focus, and as I said, she's now at Facebook. So If this looks to be of interest to you, I can give you some good news, and that is we found some ways to make the course track more streamlined, and those allowed us to reduce the tuition to the point where it's now very competitive with other programs that are out there. So if this is of interest to you, what happens next? Well, you have until this summer really to make the decision, although it'd be great to start the conversation sooner. But again, during July, we're saying would be kind of the last month to get an application in. We'll be starting acceptance letters, sending those out in August, and then September classes will start. So again, if this is of interest to you and you'd like to get the ball rolling, please drop me an email at info@svcseattle.com. My name again is Larry Asher. I'm the director, and I thank you so much for your time today.